Hello my beautiful friends, it's Julia here again from Made by the Chef, and today I'm going to talk to you about what you put in is what you get out. Okay, what does that mean? Well, first off, I've got to refer it to food, haven't I? So ultimately what you eat is what you become, right? So if you're eating good, healthy, luscious, vibrant, colourful food, and I don't mean Skittles, I mean lovely fresh vegetables and fruits and and real variety of foods. So if you're eating your eggs and your protein and you've got some carbs in there, you've got to eat your carbs as well, so lots of lovely fresh foods, then of course what you're going to have. You're going to have vibrant hair and skin and nails and body, and you'll feel better, you'll feel lighter, you'll feel fresher. You won't have headaches, let's say, because sometimes when you eat bad foods they can cause all kinds of problems. So yeah, if you're eating the good stuff, you'll feel good, because what you're getting inside you is going to ultimately show itself outside of you. And the same if you're eating bad foods. If you're going around and you're eating those refined foods all the time, lots of pastries and cakes and lots of things that really we know are not good for us, too much sugar, too much fat, then it's going to show itself. You might put on weight, you might not feel so great about yourself, your mood might not be so good, you won't look so good. So many ways it can affect you. And you know what, even if you don't put on weight, actually what you'll find is that inside yourself, maybe you might end up with diabetes, you might end up with heart disease. There's a lot of things that can affect how you are and how your organs behave. So that's your body taken care of, what you're eating, making sure you eat right. But what about your mind? Because this is about a mind, body, spiritual experience. Your life should always be focused around that. So what about your mind? Well, Tony Robbins' mentor, Jim Rohn, said to him one of the most valuable lessons that he actually learned was always stand guard at the door of your mind. Now, what does that mean? Well, if you're watching loads of bad news all the time, if you're hanging out with people that aren't necessarily giving you a good positive outlook on life, if you're not reading the right kind of things, you're not reading stuff that's going to stimulate your mind, so empowering messages, listening to podcasts, watching YouTube videos, but YouTube videos of substance, great leaders, philosophers, listening to people like Tony Robbins or Gabrielle Bernstein or Eckhart Tolle, or people that have got a really interesting story to tell, a message to give you. See, if you're not listening to that and you're not watching that and you're spending your time watching, well, ultimately things that are not really going to expand your mind, educate you, then you're not going to be able to grow yourself. You're not going to be able to grow from within. You need to feed your mind. You need to feed it with wonderful, wonderful messages, because ultimately you want that enlightenment. You want to feel lifted. And that brings me to the spirit. Because if you don't feed your spirit, then you might always go around with a bit of a heavy heart, a little bit of a weight on your shoulders. But it doesn't have to be that way. So how can you actually lift your spirit as well? Well, one of the things you can do is laugh. Just laugh, smile, even when you're not feeling like it. I tell you something, brilliant little mindfulness technique. Smile, just a half smile. Just like that, just a little half smile. That can really make a difference. It can resonate with people around you. But when you're smiling, when you're laughing, then the world's problems, your problems, don't necessarily seem so bad. What else can you do? Well, listen to some beautiful music, some uplifting music, music that gives you positivity. I love Stevie Wonder. I love listening to his songs because he challenges you. He challenges your perspective. He challenges your mind. He also does these amazing songs that are just so uplifting, so beautiful. Listen to an artist like that. Listen to music that's going to make you feel good, that's going to put a spring in your step and make you look at the world in a really positive way. And one of the other things you can do to lift your spirit is change your perspective. I love that word. I love perspective. I've said it before in some of my other videos. I do love perception. What they say, perception is reality. It's subjective. It's how you view things. If the cup is half full all the time, then life's going to be great, right? Because no matter what comes your way, no matter what gets thrown at you, the cup will always be half full. It will always be positive. You'll always have a positive outlook. But if your cup is half empty and you go around thinking like your cup's half empty, then everything's going to be half empty. If you want to attract abundance in your life, you want to attract positivity in your life, you have to take a mindful, positive approach. You have to look at things with a much greater sense of awareness. Be aware of your feelings towards something. Be aware of your emotions, but don't allow those emotions and those thoughts that come in to control everything that you do. Sometimes we have to try and distance ourselves. We have to distance ourselves from the given situation because it's the only way we'll actually be able to let go. You see, when you take a perspective, a wider perspective on things, then you can let go. You won't feel so angry at certain things that might have happened to you in the past, things that might have occurred, because you'll learn to let go of those things. You will learn to bury them, because right now, now is now. Now is where you need to be. You need to live here now. Don't worry about what's happening in the future. Don't worry about what's to come. You live in the now. Be here. Be aware. Be aware of what's going in to you, into your mind, your body, and your spirit. Be aware of everything around you, because really, that's how you're gonna grow. Thank you for watching. I'm very grateful. Have a wicked day, and I'll see you again soon.